So I want to tell you a little bit about a story that happened to me a few years ago. A few years ago, I joined an organization from one of our members, from Rabbi Pesach Lerner, called EREZ HAKODESH from the World Zionist Congress. Wasn't really sure what the World Zionist Congress did. I had, been asked to vote in the past, but I wasn't quite sure about what happened. So they made me a member of something called the WZO, which is basically the Council of Workers that goes to Eretz Yisrael every single year and goes across and participates in the World Zionist Congress, their yearly meeting. Once I saw what was going on in the World Zionist Congress, I completely changed my tune. I had thought that what was going on in the World Zionist Congress didn't impact us on a day-to-day basis here in America. I was 1,000,000% wrong. They allocate $1 billion a year. I'll say that number again. $1 billion a year to Jewish causes in the diaspora. How do they do that? Well, when an Israeli pays tax, they pay it to something called Kakao, Karen Kayemes Yisrael, the Jewish National Fund, who happens to own a majority of Israel. From that money that goes there, part of it is allocated to the regular government, and the other part is regulated to the overseeing organization of Kakao. Who is that? The World Zionist Organization, the World Zionist Congress, which means that your vote dictates on how that $1 billion is spent. I had seen what had gone on, what other parties who clearly said that they represented our values were doing there, and I did not agree with it. This past Rosh Chodesh, when we were supposed to have this meeting, I asked Rabbi Mirachnik to join me on our trip to Eretz Yisrael to go see firsthand what happened. We went to Eretz Yisrael, and we went to meet many of the Rabbanim. We went to go meet a lot of the people. We went to Gaza. We went to the Shomron. We went to the Rabbanim. And Rav Mendel started seeing, and he saw, what I saw, is the importance of these $1 billion that's allocated. I know some Rabbanim around the table have already joined me. Rav Gil Student has been an active member of the World Zionist Organization for many years, and now has joined EREZ HaKodesh based upon the report that I had given previous years. I want to explain something to you very clearly. By not voting, you are not using your voice. I do not care what any other person who says it. They can say it in the name of this Rav, that Rav, and that Rav. That $1 billion is going to be spent whether you want to participate in it or not. What does the other people do with it? They come and attack our values. They come and they use that money not to help Yiddishkeit, but to cause divisiveness in Yiddishkeit. What is your refuah? What are you able to do? Take your $5, go and vote, and say where your voice and where your money is going to be goes across. Now, I believe this is very important. There are many people right now, Rebbetzin Tenenbaum discussed this with me earlier, how sometimes I'm a little bit too outspoken on what I say. But you want to know what? I'm not outspoken enough. We must take a stand for what we're doing. We must understand the facts on the ground. That's why Rabbi Mirachnik came with me to Eretz Yisrael, and he saw the facts on the ground. And in the future, Mirz Hashem, after we have a lot more votes this time, we're going to expand upon who comes with us to Eretz Yisrael and sees what goes on. Funding for that goes to local yeshivas, goes to educational programs. Rabbi Silber from Igud was talking about how they have $10 billion that gets spread across the country. This is $1 billion spread directly to the Jewish people. All you have to do is quote and go and vote. Now you're going to say you may not agree with the Jerusalem Project. I've gotten that question, that you may not agree with it. Well, many of the Rabbanim, I can let you know that EREZ HaKodesh was started with the help of Reb Chaim Kanievsky, Zecher Tzadik L'Bracha, Reb Steinman, Zecher Tzadik L'Bracha. There's many other Rabbanim, some of them a little bit afraid to go on the record because they don't want to cause machlokes, so all encourage people to vote. So I'm going to just say one thing to leave with you, that if you want your voice to be heard, just like in regular politics here in New York City, If you want a Jewish issue to be to be heard, what do? You vote. You get people like Cyrilli Tannenbaum to recognize us. You get people like Fred Kreisman. You get people like Menashe Shapiro. You get people like Richie Taylor who understand what the needs of not only the greater community are, but what our particular community is. And then the same thing with the World Zionist Congress. If you stay quiet and you don't vote, then you don't get a say to understand why the money is being spent a different way. So I encourage everybody here to vote for the World Zionist Congress. If you're not going to vote for EREZ HAKODESH, vote for Shas. They also, represent the firm representation, right? But I'm telling you right now that if you don't stand up and vote, you cannot complain about what goes on. Your voice is worth more than $5, and the allocation of the money that you're going to get is worth a lot more than that. And I encourage you to, if you have any questions, everybody here has my phone number, guaranteed, because I get texts from most of you in the room.
So what happened over the last 4 days? This whole tumult of no, this one, what's
I'm going to tell you straight out what my opinion is. My opinion is as follows. They don't understand truly what's going on. If those same people would tell you not to vote in municipal elections, then I would agree with them 100%. Sit out of it 100% or be involved 100%. I had a conversation earlier, some people heard me, with somebody else in the room, and I'm not going to shy away from it. They are wrong. Period. I don't care who they say they are wrong. They don't decide to come and speak to the people who are involved. How many people here have been in Nevada Poel? How many people have seen it with their own eyes? Raise your hands. That's what I thought. And most people I talk to, how many people have been part of it? Raise their hands. I'm the only person who I've talked to about the WZO who's actually been at the WZO and saw what happened. So you're going to tell me that I'm wrong? I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. And therefore, yet again, I encourage everybody to give me 20 seconds to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. If Rev Tannenbaum was standing here right here today, you can ask me. He would be very proud of me. He'd give me a little tap on the shoulder. He may not say what I said because he was a little bit more quiet about this stuff. But behind the scenes, he would tell me go for it. And therefore, I truly encourage everybody, be part of the solution. Make sure that your voices are being heard. You have an opportunity once every 5 years. If we get 100,000 votes this year, Meretz Hashem, that means we'll have over $100 million to allocate for Jewish causes. How can you get $100 million for $5 if you won the lottery? Otherwise, vote in the WZO.
Can you confirm what the time said 5 years ago? People just speak.
I have the video. Watch my WhatsApps. If not, I'll forward it to you, Shimon, and you please publish it.